You're welcome to the ninth segment of the Coronomics Discourse and our lockdown phase 2 day 1 in Lagos, FCT Abuja, Ogun, and other parts of the country. We also bring you updates on the impact of the coronavirus pandemic on the global, African, and Nigerian economy. Here are the following updates on COVID-19. At the global level, there are over 1.9 million plus cases confirmed, over 125,000 deaths, and 466,000 plus recoveries. Also, there are 1.391 million active cases at the moment globally. In Africa, 15,738 plus cases have been confirmed with 838 plus deaths and over 2,900 plus recoveries. For Nigeria, the confirmed cases remain 343 with 10 deaths and 91 recoveries. Now to developing stories. The European Union has announced a contribution of 50 million euros, which is approximately 21 billion naira, to help Nigeria in its management of the coronavirus pandemic in the country. This was the outcome of the meeting of a high-powered EU delegation with President Muhammadu Buhari today at the State House, Aso Rock. The meeting was part of the efforts to reflect the strong partnership and friendship between Nigeria and the European Union. In the health tech space, these are interesting times for the industry as 54Gene announced a $15 million series investment to allow the company scale its operation in support of generating novel insights from human genetics research. It said the investment will also be used to accelerate discovery capabilities by bolstering operations in genetics, bioinformatics, preclinical, clinical, and commercial programs. The startup said it is currently with over 300 researchers, clinicians, geneticists across the continent. The company has also built an African biobank, a state-of-the-art biorepository which stores biological samples to provide access to aggregated, de-identified data and biospecimens, mainly for secondary use by researchers to support both academic and development research. Hopefully, this will contribute to addressing the current COVID-19 pandemic and other diseases across the world. Tanzania comes to the fore as the World Bank has applauded the government of the East African nation for its unique approach to containing the COVID-19 pandemic, and also has cautioned African states to desist from copying Western practices and policies to curb its spread. The World Bank quote said, "Thanks, Mr. President John Magufuli, for not duplicating policies implemented in advanced countries and some middle income as pasted by some African countries in the region." The Africa Pulse report titled "Assessing the Economic Impact of COVID-19 and Policy Responses in Sub-African Country," released yesterday, lauded Tanzania as one of the best examples for its strategic approaches that considers the best of its political economy and well-being of the society. Tanzania becoming an example in Africa. At the global economy, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, today projected that the economy at the global stage will this year likely suffer the worst financial crisis since the Great Depression, as governments worldwide grapple with COVID-19 pandemic. The Washington-based International Financial Organization now expects the global economy to contract by 3% in 2020. By contrast, in January, it had forecast a global GDP expansion of 3.3% for this year. In a quote, it stated, "It is very likely that this year the global economy will experience its worst recession since the Great Depression, surpassing that seen during the global financial crisis a decade ago." Gita Gopinath, the IMF chief economist, said in the latest World Economic Report. Hopefully, governments across the globe will brace up to address what we expect to come a challenging recession phase. And that will be all for our day 1 of the lockdown phase 2 from the Nigerian government that covers Lagos, Ogun, and Abuja, and continue discourse on chronomics. You can visit our website www.proshareng.com to get more updates from our news stories and videos. You can also follow our social media platforms showing on the screen for further updates on our market reports. For this period of the COVID-19 pandemic, You can also visit proshareng.com/COVID-19 to track and also get data as we analyze the impact of the pandemic on our market and economy. Till we come your way again, thank you for watching. Have a nice day, but stay safe.